Hello, it's Keren from tuppencecoloured.co.uk, and I've got another one of my action card projects for you today. It's less of an action card today, and it's more of a gift bag. And when you pull on the little tab at the top, pops a little gift card holder. Very easy to make, and if you'd like to stay with me, I'll show you how I did it. So I'm starting with a piece of Calypso coral cardstock, which I've cut to 3.5 inches by 6 inches, and I'm scoring it at 1 inch from the left hand side. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp it, and I'm going to be using this stamp set, which is called BYOP, which stands for Buy Your Own Present. It's in the Stampin' Up Spring and Summer catalogue, and it's a photopolymer stamp set, so I'm not going to do that on camera because I need to put a good pad underneath it. But the stamps I'm going to be using are this one, which says "Thought You'd Like to Spend Your Day," and "Spending," and I'm going to go and stamp those onto this card. So here's my piece of card, which I've stamped with baked brown sugar, and I'm going to go ahead and fold up that piece that I just scored, and then I'm going to get some sticky strip. Snail would probably work on this, but do you know what? This is the bit that's going to hold the gift card, so let's make it a good job. Some sticky strip there. And some more sticky strip there. Then get rid of the backing on the sticky strip, which is well known to be evil and stick to your fingers. And then I'm going to fold that over, and just going to burnish it, and my gift card is going to fit inside there. Okay, so we're almost ready to put it all together now, and I nearly forgot, so I just remembered this just in time, but I want these corners to be rounded, and I have a corner rounder, but it's a big hefty thing. But I also have this nifty little gadget, which is the envelope maker, the Stampin' Up envelope maker, and this side of it cuts the sort of the notch for the envelope, but this side of it is actually a corner rounder. So I'm going to round off the corner of my card. I've done one side, and press down. And that didn't go in quite properly because I'm at a funny angle, so take two. There we go, that's better. So that's giving that a nice rounded edge, which I think looks rather pretty and professional. So if I bring back in my my treat bag, move that out of the way. I've cut the mini treat bag out using the mini treat bag thinlits die, and I've cut it out of some of the Best Year Ever paper, which is one of the things that you can earn free from the Celebration catalogue if you just have to spend £45 in the Stampin' Up catalogue, and you can choose yourself an item absolutely free, and this paper is one of the free items. It's got a cute pattern on both sides, and I did and a bit about which side I was going to have as the front, but I think I've come down. I'm going to use the striped side as the front of my bag. Now I'm not making this entirely according to the instructions, and you'll see why in a moment, because I want the back part of my bag, which is this bit here, I want that completed, because that is what the that is what the mechanism that makes the slider card is going to sit to. So I'm matching up those 3 teeth there along the back of there, and I'm just going to double check that that fits when it folds over. Yes, it does. So this now is going to be the back of the treat bag, and this is going to be the front, and when we finish, that bit is going to tuck underneath, but we're not going to bother with that for just a little bit, because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the mechanism that makes the slider. So to make the sliding mechanism, I've cut a piece of card which is 3.5 by 4.5 inches. Now this is a bit of card that is left over from another project. In fact, it's one where the stamping, if you can see, I've smudged on that. So you never throw anything away, so I've kept this for this kind of project where it doesn't show. And as you can see, I've already put a couple of pieces of sticky strip down the back, because that is going to stick onto the back of my treat bag. I've also got here a strip of plastic which I've cut from one of those poly wallets that you use to store documents in, that you can buy. You know, they're the pennies individually. You buy a bag of 50 for about £1, and I've got one of those, and that is what is going to run round the card here and make the mechanism. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this to length. So I'm going to chop off that part there, I don't need it, and I'm going to, I've cut this about 1.5 inches wide. It needs to be wide enough to support what you're doing, but 1 inch, 1.5 inches, something like that, that's fine, it's not critical. And I'm overlapping the end by, again, about 1 inch. You don't want too much of an overlap because it kind of gets in the way, but on the other hand, you don't want it too skinny either. So I've got the sticky strip again, and I'm going to put a bit of sticky strip on, just sort of level with that edge, and I'm going to put another bit of sticky strip just level with that end. It needs to be a good strong adhesive, and it needs to be a quick grab adhesive, because you really don't want to be standing there for hours at a time waiting for wet glue to dry. Okay, so here we go. And again, oops, I don't know whether you heard that, but that was the cat jumping off the computer table and down onto the floor. So I'm pulling that down and I'm adhering that, and then take the glue away. She's going to wind up in the middle of this project in a minute. She's wandering around, she's not getting any attention. Okay, put that down, and that now will go up and down on my card. And I've got the bag that I created, so I need it to be back up, if you know what I mean, and take off the backing with the sticky strip. Right, now I'm not taking it all off in one go, just taking about a little bit off there and folding it over, and same on this side, because that will give me a little bit of wiggle room if I haven't got it absolutely quite straight. So again, so this is the back of the card, and I don't want this to show at all, so I'm lining that up with the folded edge just inside it, and down towards the bottom and press down. Yes, I'm happy with that, so I can take away the sticky strip and that one away, and there's my mechanism, and we're almost done. So the last thing I have to do now is to stick this onto the bit of plastic. So all that's left to do now is to put a bit more decoration onto the front of the treat bag. So I've cut out a piece of crushed curry card with the scallop circle punch, and I've cut out a piece of Coastal Cabana card with the circle punch, stamped Happy Birthday in big brown sugar onto a little scrap of Very Vanilla, and I've cut it out with a die that comes in the same set with the treat bag. You get quite a lot of dies actually in that actual kit, so it actually makes it quite good value for money. And these pieces of card, which I've cut to 1.5 inches wide, it's the reverse side of the treat bag. So this is just a little bit that was left after I finished cutting the treat bag out of the paper. So I'm going to make these into a belly band. So with a little bit of snail, perhaps if you hold it the right way up, tends to work better. And I'm going to put that on the back. There it is, on the back of decoration. I'm going to fold that round, and yeah, I didn't think it would go all the way around, so I'm going to just chop that off around about there, and then I'm going to do the same with this piece. Come on, snail, what's the matter with you? There we go. And put that onto that side. And I'm not measuring this, I'm kind of eyeballing it. And for there, like so. And let's just trim that off. And again, piece of snail. All we've got to do now is put the finishing touches onto this card, and I've got a button, which is another one of the things that you can get for free in celebration. It's part of an embellishment kit, which comes with buttons and some ribbon. And I was going to put this is some of the ribbon. You get 3 colours of it. And I was going to put that on the card, but I changed my mind. So we're just going to go with just the button. Just simply needs a glue dot on the back, and just stick it down there, and there you are, job done. So if you slide it up, pops your card, as if by magic. So I hope you've enjoyed this project. If you want more details about how I've put it all together, then you can visit my blog, which is www.tuppencecoloured.co.uk. If you'd like to find out more about the products that I've used, then contact your Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, then you can shop online, and the details are at the bottom of this video, down there. You can find those. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye now.